Made in Hollywood.
The director of photography uses cameras and lighting in order to capture the proper look and mood for a movie. Marcus Forderer graduated from the University of Television and Film in Munich, Germany. Mr. Forderer has collaborated with director Roland Emmerich on the films Stonewall and Independence Day: Resurgence.
Hello, my name is Marcus Forderer. I'm a director of photography of Independence Day: Resurgence. You're watching Made in Hollywood, and check out this scene.
I had years to get us ready.
We're going down!
We never had a chance.
We didn't last time either.
As the director of photography, using specifically Independence Day: Resurgence as an example, what kind of job responsibilities and duties do you have?
As a cinematographer, my task is to develop with the director a visual language for the film, like what kind of lighting, what kind of colors and camera style you're using. And with Roland, like, he's a very visual director, very experienced. It was like a great process to come up with interesting shots and find a look which is kind of true to the original Independence Day, but still is like a modern version of like a modern summer blockbuster.
Today you will once again be fighting for our freedom.
But so much of the movie is done on blue screen, so really everything that you see is pretty much fake except for the ship or the immediate thing that you're working with. So everything that you are creating is in the computer?
No, like this more, like we shot a lot for real, like obviously the big wide shots are CG or like blue screen shot, but we tried to get as much of the performances in camera with real sets, but once you go into action sequences with like cockpits and air battles and stuff in space is shot in front of blue screen. So you early on have to like come up with a concept, how should that look like and what kind of lighting and tone should it have. So I work very closely with Roland and our visual effects supervisors to make sure the visual effects tie in very close to what we shoot on set.
And cut. Very good.
How would you describe just a normal day of set life for you?
Getting up very early, like we had the biggest stages in the US, like in Albuquerque, where you can like combine two big stages to one big one, 360-degree blue screens sometimes. And I would early in the morning light a scene. We have stand-ins, we have maybe some planes, or sometimes a part of a plane. And then Roland comes in with the actors, they do a quick rehearsal, and maybe we do a couple of tweaks here and there, and then we finalize the camera positions together with Roland, and then we shoot. Very long days.
Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation.
Did you always know that you wanted to be a director of photography?
Yeah, it's a true story. I'm fairly young, I watched the first Independence Day in a theater in Germany with my sister, and I loved this movie, and I watched it over and over again, and I thought like this is big cinema, and like I wanted to make films myself, and like I did research, and I learned really early on that what really interests me is the cinematography, like dealing with lighting and creating a certain mood.
And should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday.
At this point in your career, do you feel like your job is easy for you now because you've done so much work, or do you feel like you still have to work really hard at it?
I'm fairly young, and like Roland gave me this opportunity to shoot a film on this scale, and I learned a lot. On every film you try out something new and you learn a lot. Like, but with Independence Day we had pretty much everything. We shot underwater. I was in helicopters for weeks, and air battles and visual effects, but also very emotional scenes which play in close-ups. So I think this was a really great experience, and I learned a lot for my next movies.
It's the 4th of July, so let's show them some fireworks.
What advice do you have for any young, aspiring directors of photography or cinematographers?
Look a lot at how real life looks. Like there's so much interesting things happening. Go out at night and look how lighting works on a human face. Don't try to watch too many movies because I feel like certain movies are just referencing other movies and using styles they've seen before. But I think now with digital cinematography, you can like shoot stuff which was never done before, like I said, with very low light levels. And I think just look at real life.
But as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight.
Fall back!
Are there any other characteristics that you think young people need to succeed in the entertainment industry?
Like in my field, you really have to be up to date with technology because things are changing a lot. But it's at the end of the day, it's really communicating your vision with a director or understanding a director's vision and everyone involved. So I think it's very important to be able to communicate and have a good relationship with the people you work with.
We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate
Made in Hollywood.